Coming to a close, but the Tar Heels have been strong all season after getting off to a tough start after their opening weekend against the NC State Ice Pack in a 10-3 decision. Since then, though, they have looked really good. A strong play in ACCHL competition, and they've looked really good against their ACCHL opponents, including, as I mentioned, this Seahawks team. And talking to Coach Volkman, a couple things he wants to see out of his team today. They're going to be a little bit short-handed from what they had last week, so a little bit tougher test here against UNC-W in this one, but he wants to see that same consistency of pressure. One of the things he continues to go back to is the way that his team played against the Ice Pack, a little bit more timid. They gave NC State too much space, and NC State made him pay for it. This is a team that's really successful when they can get in, put some pressure on their opponents on the forecheck, disrupt them through the neutral zone, and just continue to put that pressure on and keep their opponents out to the outside. So that's going to be the really important piece for the Tar Heels tonight, is to continue to have that pressure even though they're going to be a little bit short-handed. We're closing in on the puck drop here at Orange County Sportsplex. It'll be the Tar Heels and the Seahawks when we come back.
Advice for future agents. Oh, hold on to your seat, guys. It's going to be an amazing ride. It's tough at first. That first year is always tough, but you work hard and you can play hard. So if you can just stick with it, especially through that first year, every year after will be very abundant. So don't give up. This is a long ride, not a little short one.
You come to us with a license, a phone, a car, a laptop, work ethic and personality, and your businesses can grow from there.
The foundation, the leads, the leadership. I feel like the leadership here is great at Health Markets, and I'm very happy to be here. It's a great opportunity for any individual that would like to be in sales.
Do not minimize the power of the collective. When one has an issue, we all work on it and we figure it out. And that was something that was unique to me, to be in a room where everybody's competitive, but yet Health Market structure is such that you encourage and help each other. Through the lead system they have, there's no competition. As a matter of fact, it probably double agents and still not satisfy the need that today's consumer has for accurate health insurance information. There's no concern on any of our part. As a matter of fact, we just can't get to all the clients. So come on in, the water's fine.
It's your choice how you want to take your business, where you want to do it, how you want to grow it. It's your baby. Health Markets has unlimited resources. I worked at many jobs before where they didn't have the resources that I needed to be as successful as I would like to be. At Health Markets, I call it a mini franchise. All you have to do is plug and play. It's all there for you, from leads to websites to Facebook to training. You can do your whole career and learn everything you ever needed to learn right there from our resource center.
I find a lot of gratitude in this job because I'm able to, on a daily basis, help individuals. The money that I'm able to save their families and the protection that I'm able to give them has been very rewarding for me personally, because I have a huge heart towards helping and serving others, and this job definitely has given me the opportunity to meet that need for myself in serving them and taking care of their families.
I like to say that we cover you from head to toe, including your eyes and teeth, without costing you an arm and a leg. That's the Health Markets difference.
Advice for future agents. Oh, hold on to your seat, guys.
Home of your UNC Tar Heels club hockey team as they get set to take on the UNC-W Seahawks. As we mentioned, this is a team that they have played here recently, so that should make this a pretty interesting contest as they met last week. And we talked about the Tar Heels ended a 6-game winning streak with a 6-4 loss to Coastal Carolina last weekend. In fact, exactly a week ago against Coastal Carolina down in Wilmington. It was a week down at the beach or weekend, I should say, down at the beach for the Tar Heels. You can get a look there at the records for both of these teams coming in. Tar Heels have looked pretty strong. As we mentioned, 6 straight wins before the loss against Coastal. Coach has been really happy with the way his team has been able to consistently put pressure on their opponents. That forecheck has been potent since that first weekend of the season. that we saw as part of that opening weekend showcase, where the Tar Heels went 2-1 with wins over Denison and Lewis University and a tight loss against East Texas Baptist. But some nice games for the Tar Heels, some nice close games to give them the chance to play under pressure. And we'll see what Wilmington has tonight, or this evening, I should say, as we get things rolling here at the Orange County Sportsplex. One thing Coach said is there's no one that really stands out to him in this UNC-W lineup, but they have 4 really solid lines, so some good depth. They're going to pressure UNC up and down the lineup, and it's going to be up to the Tar Heels to match that pressure. And, of course, another guy that we highlight a lot and will continue to highlight because he is the anchor of this team, and that is Will Douthit in the net for the Tar Heels. He'll be between the pipes once again here tonight. And Coach said it could have very easily been a different game if he hadn't come up with some big saves for UNC in that game last weekend. Puck is dropped. We're underway here at the Orange County Sportsplex. 3 20-minute periods scheduled. The Tar Heels looking to get it out, and they will. They'll wear the white unis here today, moving right to left for you here in period number 1. In the dark navy blue is the Seahawks. Like to call themselves Dub Hockey. Dump deep, right after it. Tar Heels going to put some pressure on down below the goal line. That's Zach Mangle up the wall. Seahawks going to be able to break out, though. Zach Schrock down the right wing. Cutting to the net, backhander right into the breadbasket of Will Douthit. He'll hold on for the faceoff. As we mentioned, Douthit in net here tonight for the Tar Heels. On the other side, it'll be Joey Rosen, wearing number 1 between the pipes for the Seahawks. Offensive zone faceoff for Wilmington. Tar Heels going to control it into the corner, but first to it are the Seahawks. That's Kyle Siggins around the wall. Tar Heels now trying to shovel it up and out. Misha Saboden able to clear it to the blue line, but not out. Siggins holds it for the moment. Saboden wins that battle. It's out into the neutral zone. Wilmington right back on the attack. That's Benevetto down into the corner. We cycled around to the near wall. You get a look at it up close. Back to the point. Tar Heels steal away that pass. They're going to break it out. Saboden over the blue line. Looks back to the middle, and he's just behind his intended target, looking to connect with David Mahan. And now UNC Wilmington will clear it all the way down. Siggins wins the race to it, though. No icing. Play continues. Lifted up the wall, but not out. They'll fight for it along the blue line. Seahawks hold it in momentarily. Pass intercepted by Saboden. He'll break it out to the near wall, down the left wing. It'll be brought in by Mahan. Centering pass denied. And it'll be taken back out by Wilmington, and a huge hit. And immediately we're going to get a whistle and a penalty. Pretty good looking hit there from Josh Carlson. We'll see what they signal as the penalty. And they're going to call it a tripping penalty. That looked like a pretty good hit from Carlson. But it'll go down as a penalty, 2-minute penalty for tripping, as the Seahawks will go to work on their first man advantage of the contest. They'll control off the draw. A couple chances in tight, and Douthit denies. Tar Heels unable to clear, though. Held in at the blue line. One-timer from the near point. Sizzles wide, as the Seahawks putting some pressure on here with the man advantage. Tar Heels still unable to clear. Held in by Logan Stewart. Down that far wall. Wills Kendrick Holmes gets to it. He'll clear it up and out. And UNC can get their penalty-killing unit off to the bench. They'll change things out. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Rink-wide pass. Zach Schrock bringing it down the near right wing. Cutting to the middle. He takes a big hit. No hands up on that one. Play will continue. A couple nice hits from the Tar Heels here early as they clear it down once again. Stretch pass, blue line to blue line, will allow Wilmington to break it into the offensive zone. Turning with it, Logan Colbreth looks to the middle. Skitters all the way into the near corner. Seahawks with it behind the net, out in front, and the tip shot floats over top of the goal. But Wilmington still in control. It's Siggins. Four-man scrum in that corner. You get a nice look at it there. Back to the point. Here comes the wrist shot through traffic, and it's back behind the net and off the boards. Held in by Stewart. Looking through the middle. That one skitters wide.
And now it'll be banked off the wall and out. UNC gets a brief reprieve as Jack Gleason clears it to neutral ice. Right back in though, Logan Stewart looking for the shot. It's not there. He'll drop it off for a teammate. Holding it is Benevento. He's dispossessed. Gleason flips it up and out. Some nice pressure being applied by the Tar Heels on short-handed, and now Logan Walsh will come in offsides. Looks like he beat the puck in. 14 seconds to go on the power play. 16:31 to go in this first period. It'll be Walsh to take the draw for UNC, but it'll be Benevento winning it for Wilmington. Running out of time on the man advantage. They'll control D-to-D pass. Finds Trey Levy. Up the middle, Benevento has trouble. It's on and off his stick, but he's in onside, and Wilmington gonna go to work. Levy, backhand pass to the far side. Benevento gonna chase it down in the corner. Cycled back behind, Siggins keeps it moving into the corner. Tar Heels gonna get to it and clear it up and out. Siggins gets to it. Big shot high and wide, and pardon me, that was Brendan Umschied with the shot there. Tar Heels still looking to break out. They're having trouble getting out of their own zone right now. They did spend some time killing off the penalty, but they have not been able to cleanly get into the offensive end, and that's when they can really make it difficult on teams, when they can establish themselves with a forecheck. They're going to try to do that now. Looking to break it out himself is Mike Benedetti. He's dispossessed. Tar Heels hold the zone. Far blue line, it'll roll out. Foster couldn't quite keep the line. He'll circle back to the red line and send it deep. Back behind the net, Joey Rosen, netminder, sends it around the wall. Tar Heels hold that far blue line and send it right back in behind Rosen. First one to it is Mangle. Behind for Foster. He has it knocked off his stick by Tyler Dunphy, who sends it up the boards. Kept in at the defense by UNC, but only for a moment. They're going to have to check up on the delayed offside. Stewart now looking for space to clear it up the wall, and does. Tar Heels take it right back away. It's Foster moving in. Sidesteps a hit, but loses his balance. And Wilmington takes it away, but only for a moment. It's taken right back by Mangle. Down the left wing, wrist shot, and a save made by Joey Rosen. So the Tar Heels starting to get some chances offensively now, a little over 5 minutes in. That's the first real test for Rosen in net. But it'll create an offensive zone faceoff for UNC. Friedman to take the draw for the Tar Heels. Up against Shane Mosher for Wilmington. UNC controls. Behind for Carlson. He spent some time in the box after what looked like a pretty good hit. Got called a tripping penalty. Evidently got caught up at the skates of a Seahawk player, but that penalty certainly killed. Now the Tar Heels can go to work. Slap shot from Reeves. Whistles wide on the near side. Seahawks get it out of the zone, and a hit laid. We got a penalty coming up on the Tar Heels. That's an easy one to call. And just an undisciplined decision there from UNC's John Beeson. Had enough time there to slow it up and avoid the hit from behind, but he's going to go to the penalty box, and it's going to be another 2-minute power play for Wilmington. 14:15 to go in the period, and this is what is keeping Wilmington on the attack. As these man advantages, depending on how long it lasts, as the shot tipped up and looks like out of play, will draw a whistle. But depending on whether or not the Seahawks score on this power play, if they don't, they'll have spent 4 of the first 8 minutes, so half of the first 8 minutes, a man up, and that'll start to wear down the Tar Heels, as we mentioned. They're a little bit more short-handed than they normally would be. Not by much, though. You gotta look at the bench. Bench still pretty full, but even with a full bench, you wear yourself out when you have to continue to kill off power plays. About 30 seconds gone on this man advantage. Tar Heels clear once again, and the Seahawks will regroup. Back at his own blue line is Joey Alexander looking up the middle. Pass intercepted. Wills Kendrick Holmes pitchforks it out. It'll be slapped in, and the Tar Heels will go after it. Mangle putting some pressure on Alexander behind the net, killing more time. Seahawks outman the Tar Heels in their own end, and they'll be able to clear it out. Logan Stewart carries it down the right wing. has a teammate with him. Sends it towards goal off the side of the net. He gets it right back to the point again. Wrist shot. Douthit challenges. Doesn't look like he had to touch it, though. Seahawks still on the power play for a little less than a minute now. Coming in off the bench, a wrist shot right into the gut of Douthit. As that shot came from Tyler Dunphy. Douthit with a couple of nice saves early. He made a couple of point-blank stops at the start of that last power play to keep it scoreless. He makes a couple of saves there as well. Or a save there, I should say. 49 seconds left on the penalty to Beeson for the hit from behind. Tar Heels have done a pretty good job killing, as we mentioned, in the defensive end. Really for any team, you want to keep your opponent to the outside. Don't let them get into that slot area and get high percentage chances. As the flip shot in off the glove of Douthit, who couldn't hold on to it. Tar Heels able to scramble for it, but they can't clear. Dunphy sends it down the wall, and looks like it came out. As we get a signal from the linesman, it'll be offsides with 12:42 to go in the period and 28 seconds left on the power play for Wilmington. As they're coming close to going 0 for 2 here early in this game on a man advantage. They win the draw, but too far back. Levy going to have to retreat behind his own net with it. The Wilmington defenseman gets some speed up, loses his edge as he trips over the red line, sends it in, but not very far. Couldn't get some help on that wing. Now out in front, and the shot from Siggins is sticked away by Douthit. He's made a couple of nice saves. There's another one to keep this thing scoreless. Power play comes to a close now. And UNC back at even strength can go to work. Foster to the middle, loose puck in front, sliding save made, and a whistle as the official here on the near side lost sight of it. It was still loose. Jones looks like he was a little bit upset as the play continued. Now, it did look like Rosen was able to cover it up after Jones sent it back out in front, so pretty trivial, the early whistle there, but good chance for the Tar Heels, one of their only scoring chances here in the first 8 minutes. Wilmington controls the defensive zone draw. They'll look to clear it out. Swept around the boards and banked out by Benedetti. Tar Heels will retreat for it. Henry Foster at his own blue line. Leaves it for Kendrick Holmes. Backhanded up the wall, but sent right back in by the Wilmington defense. That was Cameron Fant. Worked around the wall. And Tar Heels able to clear it out. Neither team at even strength has been able to really assert themselves here. And the big difference right now is the 2 power plays that have gone by the wayside for Wilmington. They've had a couple of chances on both. But again, neither team, Tar Heels with a couple of even strength chances. Wilmington with their first one there, and Douthit gets a piece of it and deflects up and out of play. We'll get another face-off down next to the UNC goal with 11:18 to go in the period. Chris Lehman with you here at the Orange County Sportsplex. This is the second meeting for these two teams in about 8 days. It's a 5-1 win last Friday for the Tar Heels. But Coach mentioned the score didn't tell the whole story. It was pretty evenly matched, and we're seeing that here. Two teams struggling with each other, just trying to create some space and get some scoring opportunities. They've been few and far between at even strength so far. Battle in the neutral zone. Tar Heels back it up and they'll control. D-to-D pass, hops the stick of the Tar Heel defenseman. They're able to clear it in, though. That's Justin Megan. Wilmington controlling in their own net. And now, Dunphy looking up that far wall to the middle. He has a teammate to send it deep. And Logan Colbreth, and now the Seahawks on the forecheck. He worked out of that corner by John Milgris. And the Tar Heels can move out. Saboden through the middle. In they come, and the shot stopped by Rosen. Good chance in close for Mahan. And he's denied by Rosen. Biggest save for Rosen so far. Seahawks going to turn it right back out. Colbreth sweeps it towards the net. And it'll be sticked into the far corner by Douthit. Tar Heels will control. Now Megan banks it up the near wall. Seahawks send it right back in. Sent all the way around behind the net. Tar Heels trying to find a lane to get it out. Walsh will pitchfork it out. It'll be a foot race to the puck here as Mahan puts some pressure on. It'll be sent around the wall by Logan Stewart. Finds his defensive partner in Cam Trainer, who lifts it up and off the wall and out. Gets a little bit of help there from a teammate and Benevento. But again, neither team has really been able to get a clean entry into the offensive zone. And so we still sit scoreless. Here's a chance for Wilmington, and Benevento can't get the shot away in the slot. Another golden opportunity for the Seahawks. Chances seem to be favoring the visitors so far. And they're starting to get something going here at even strength. Shot deflects through traffic, didn't get to the net, still loose on the side of the goal. And the Tar Heels collected the defense. Foster looking to skate it out himself, loses it in the high slot, and now Siggins slaps it around the wall for the Seahawks. Possessed behind, pass out to the far corner. Can't find anybody, and the Tar Heels are able to alleviate some of that pressure. Seahawks getting a change, so they'll send it deep and go off. In on the forecheck, though, for the Hawks is Benedetti, who keeps it in deep. Can't maintain possession, though. Tar Heels out into neutral ice. Changing defenseman and Levy able to pick it up with some speed. Carries it down the near wall. Loses it momentarily, but it's right onto a stick of a teammate. And Benedetti cycled around. Now at the point, wrist shot. Hits the body in front, doesn't get to the net. Levy will hold the line. Carries it down the far wall around Foster. Going to cycle behind the net now with it. Wraparound chance right there on the pad of Douthit, and he's going to hold on for the faceoff. 8:23 to go in the period. Still a scoreless game, but the shots and chances are favoring the Hawks right now. And Douthit with a couple of nice saves to keep this thing scoreless. But it'll be another offensive zone faceoff. There have only been one or two offensive zone faceoffs for the Tar Heels, and a good handful for Wilmington so far. To get part of that, you get an offensive zone faceoff on any penalty to start a power play. But there have been more outside of that. Douthit out of the net to play it. Now Wills Kendrick Holmes. Hits a stanchion, deflects to the middle, but it'll be Friedman picking it up with speed down the right wing. He brings it in. The shot, he scores! What a finish from Noah Friedman. Bar down for Friedman. It'll be an assist for Will Kendrick Holmes. And I believe Carlson will get the secondary on that one. But a big goal for the Tar Heels. Momentum had been swinging in favor of Wilmington, and now with that goal, the Tar Heels can harness some of that and go right back on the attack, hopefully. Tar Heels will control off the center ice draw. Having trouble getting through the neutral zone again, though. Wilmington sends it deep. Back behind the goal. It'll be deflected out by Mackay Ashford, but not quite across the blue line. Tar Heels back in control. It's Ashford again, looking to chip and chase down that far right wing. It'll be angled off the puck, though, by Logan Stewart. Goes rink wide for Joey Alexander. He'll clear it up to the Tar Heel blue line. Slapped right back by the UNC defense, but there again is Alexander to send it deep. Wills Kendrick Holmes banks it off the glass again, but it'll be pawed down and held in by Stewart. Retreating for it now. The Tar Heels will clear it up and out. That was John Beeson who got a piece and cleared it. Or pardon me, Michael Vaglia, but it'll go all the way down for icing, so he's going to have to come back out. Some tired legs for the Tar Heels here as we get into the latter half of this first period. 7:12 to go. And it was just a minute ago that Friedman found some speed through the neutral zone, picked up the puck, and went right in on Rosen and went high on the short side to open up the scoring. Kendrick Holmes in control for UNC off the defensive zone draw. Can't clear. Loose in that far corner. Holmes back after it. He'll gain possession. Trying to send it behind his own net. Can't do so. Benevento looking out in front. Getting a stick to it. Douthit to disrupt. And the Tar Heels looking to clear it out. A stumbling Levy chips the puck up and into the UNC bench. And I believe that'll bring this faceoff out on top of the Tar Heel blue line. That's exactly where it'll be. Loose puck off the draw will be controlled by Mahan. Steps around a defender. He'll chase the puck down, but reaching out with the stick is Levy to take it away. He'll look up the middle of the ice, finds a teammate moving forward in Brendan Umschied, who sends it deep. Siggins in the corner. Worked around behind where UNC can take control. Henry Foster looking forward for Mahan, on and off his stick. Levy sends it back in. Tar Heels looking to break out from behind their own net. Siggins has done a great job on the forecheck down below the goal line. And again, he makes it difficult. Bouncing puck gets out in the neutral ice. It'll be swatted right back in, though, by Cameron Fant. Again, UNC looking to clear it up the near wall. And once again, Seahawks have the answer. Levy carries it to the top of the circle in a wrist shot. Held on to by Douthit. And it'll be another face-off to his glove side here with 5:55 to go in the period. Well, if you're head coach Jeff Volkman, you're certainly pleased that your team has the 1-0 lead, and maybe even more so considering the fact that they have not been able to control play here early. As once again, Wilmington wins the draw but can't get a shot away. Now the Tar Heels will move forward. Dumped in, chased down by Mangle, and looks to the middle. His pass is sent right back up and out of the zone. Mangle again. It's in his skates at the blue line. He'll take a hit to get it in. And UNC can go to work. Wrist shot right into the crest on the uniform for Rosen. He'll hold on for the face-off. That shot coming off the stick of Sam Ives. So 5.5 to go, but just to get back to that last point, as you get a little look there at the count we have. Shots 10-7 in favor of Wilmington right now. And they've certainly had more zone time than the Tar Heels. Picked up by Stewart, looking to clear up the far wall. He has a teammate there, and Zach Schrock. Schrock leaves it along the wall. Friedman pressuring for the Tar Heels. Mangle will send it deep, and UNC back on the forecheck. It's Ives. Can't get to the puck. It'll be swept up and out. Missing the breakout pass. Cam Trainer intending, looks like he was trying to find Joey Alexander. They can't connect, and it'll turn into an icing call. So now the Tar Heels finally getting some sustained pressure. This is really the best offensive zone pressure we've seen from UNC here early. Most of it has been Wilmington, and credit to the Seahawks, even after giving up that goal, despite as well as they played. They haven't hung their heads. They've gone right back to it. And you got to think with the pressure they're getting, eventually they're going to sneak one by. Zach Schrock down that far left wing, looking to the middle. Finds Stewart, who will circle back with it. Walking the line, Trainer. Thrown around, Tar Heels can control, looking to sweep it out. They can't. Seahawks continuing to get pressure. Out to challenge is Douthit, and he'll hold on to the rebound. Well, we talked about what Coach Volkman said about the game against Wilmington last week. If it hadn't been for Will Douthit, it certainly would have been closer, and he said potentially could have swung the other way. And you can see why a little bit here. Douthit has had to be on top of his crease. He's had to be active, and he's done a really good job early, in particular controlling his rebounds and not giving any free chances to the Seahawks on the offensive end. Tar Heels in control, banked off the wall and out, but can't connect with Carlson. Kendrick Holmes was looking to pass it up through the neutral zone and couldn't. It'll be cycled around by Walsh. Tar Heels going to try and go the other way and get it out. But again, good forecheck from Wilmington. Siggins sends it in. Pass intercepted by the Tar Heels. Walsh, he'll send it up the wall, looking for Carlson, who stumbles. It'll be picked right back up, though, and in they come. Carrying it now, Jack Gleason in the corner, looking to the middle. His pass off a skate, back into the corner. Beeson sends one out in front, nobody in the slot. And now out comes Siggins for the Seahawks. He's going to carry it through the neutral zone. Under some pressure, he'll be closed off along that far wall. And it'll be the Tar Heels taking back control. Ashford goes back across for Kendrick Holmes, banked off the wall. Beeson gets to it, nice little curl and drag as they'll bring it into the zone. And pardon me, that's Foster who sweeps it deep. And Wilmington gets to it at the defense. It'll be banked up and out off the wall, and Wilmington can move through. It's Chips bringing it in. Bouncing puck. He loses control of it. Now Ashford will move forward. 1-on-2 for the Tar Heels. Nice back check from Wilmington's Tyler Dunphy, who will get possession and Just float a puck out into neutral ice. Tar Heels will control from there. Moving forward with it, McGilchrist sends it in, and Dunphy there to answer. He'll skate it out this time. Cuts around Mahan, straight through the middle of the neutral zone. He'll take a shot, and it'll be held onto. Well, Douthit had control of it, and he's going to get run over. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty here on Wilmington. Tar Heels not taking kindly to that, as a Seahawk forward came in a little out of control. Actually, it was the defenseman Dunphy who will go off for goaltender interference. And so the Tar Heels will spend 2 of the last 3 minutes here on the power play. So an offensive zone face-off here. Saboden to take it for the Tar Heels, can't win it, but the clearance held in by Foster. His D-to-D pass, though, deflected, and a shorthanded chance coming here for Wilmington. Teeing up the slap shot, it's shouldered down by Douthit. Good chance there for Schrock, who made a nice defensive play at his own blue line. Tar Heels with an errant breakout pass. Friedman catches up to it. He'll gain the blue line and send it behind the cage. Retreating for it for Wilmington is Cam Traynor. His clearance glove down by Foster. Thrown on net and sticked away by Rosen into the near corner. Once again, it's Traynor trying to clear and can't. Saboden setting up the Tar Heel power play now to Foster. Along to Friedman on the side wall. He'll look things over. Nice pass to Saboden. He'll tee one up and score. Great finish from Misha Saboden. Just 43 seconds into the power play. And it's 2-0 Tar Heels. Well, as we mentioned, this hasn't been the best played period for UNC. Wilmington has actually controlled, I would say, more of the play than the Tar Heels. But the boys in white, very opportunistic tonight. When they get their chances, they're not missing. So a nice pickup there on the goal, on the power play for the Tar Heels to double their lead here late in the period. Just over 2 minutes to go. Quick whistle off the draw. And they're going to bring this, looks like it was offsides. They'll bring it back in on top of the Wilmington blue line. And again, UNC will control. Retreating for it, Carter Tanner. He'll go D-to-D. Pass back across, finds Mahan. He'll carry it in. Shot off the stick of a Wilmington defender and wide. Bouncing puck out in front. Nobody was able to get control of it. And now Wilmington will clear it up and out. That was Kyle Siggins. Chasing it down, Benevento. Sweeps one across the low slot area. Nobody there in a navy blue jersey, though. And play will continue. Tar Heels breaking it out. They'll carry it up the near wing. Breaking in, Mahan with some speed, floats it to the middle, and a nice defensive play there by Wilmington's Brendan Umschied to shut down that pass to the middle. From the high slot, wrist shot from Walsh is gloved and held onto by Rosen. Power play's over. 1:29 to go in this first period. As we mentioned, not the best period for the Tar Heels, but on the scoreboard, not looking too bad. 2-0 lead, an offensive zone face-off, and a shot immediately off a stick and out of play. Sam Ives swatted that one towards the net. And a battle off the face-off once again. This time Wilmington able to control. They'll kick it out into neutral ice. Off the skate of Max Woodleaf. Tar Heels gain control, though, in the neutral zone and send it in. Vaglia back behind for Mangle. His centering pass denied. Wilmington with it at the defense. That's Tyler Dunphy under pressure. Chips it up the far wall. Tar Heels are there to pressure once again. Ives keeping it deep. Retreating with it now for Wilmington. Chips, so clear it out into neutral ice, and Wills Kendrick Holmes sends it in again. Dunphy retreats for it. Goes D-to-D with Benedetti. Up the boards for Caden Chips. He's dispossessed. Bank pass intended for Friedman. He's able to get a stick to it, but can't control. And now it's Cam Trainer. Looking for chips again. Dunphy now will send it off the wall and in. Long pass, misses everybody, and it's going to be an icing call with 24.8 seconds left on the clock. So one last chance here before the end of the period for UNC to try and add to this 2-0 lead. They're going to send out one of their top lines. It'll be Friedman to take the draw. He's got Carlson on his right, Beeson on his left. And he'll win it to Beeson. Quick one-timer right into the glove of Rosen, who will hold on for the faceoff. So Friedman will try it again. This time it's controlled off the draw by Wilmington's Logan Colbreth. Around the back, Cam Trainer looking to clear, and will, as it's skated out now by Tyler Dunphy. Left off for Schrock, looking to the middle. Quick shot and a sliding save made by Douthit. Keeping the Tar Heels ahead in the waning seconds. Carlson looking to clear it out, and does, and that will run out the rest of the clock here in the first period. So the period controlled mostly by Wilmington. They got some good chances, had some power play opportunities, but couldn't put it in the back of the net. And a couple of opportunities for the Tar Heels were all they needed as they sneak two past Rosen to take a 2-0 lead into the intermission. We're going to step aside here for a moment. We'll be back with more coverage of Tar Heel hockey right after this.
Advice for future agents. Oh, hold on to your seat, guys. It's going to be an amazing ride. It's tough at first. That first year is always tough, but you work hard and you can play hard. So if you can just stick with it, especially through that first year, every year after will be very abundant. So don't give up. This is a long ride, not a little short one.
You come to us with a license, a phone, a car, a laptop, work ethic and personality, and your businesses can grow from there.
The foundation, the leads, the leadership. I feel like the leadership here is great at Health Markets, and I'm very happy to be here. It's a great opportunity for any individual that would like to be in sales.
Do not minimize the power of the collective. When one has an issue, we all work on it and we figure it out. And that was something that was unique to me, to be in a room where everybody's competitive, but yet Health Market structure is such that you encourage and help each other. Through the lead system they have, there's no competition. As a matter of fact, it probably double agents and still not satisfy the need that today's consumer has for accurate health insurance information. There's no concern on any of our part. As a matter of fact, we just can't get to all the clients. So come on in, the water's fine.
It's your choice how you want to take your business, where you want to do it, how you want to grow it. It's your baby. Health Markets has unlimited resources. I worked at many jobs before where they didn't have the resources that I needed to be as successful as I would like to be. At Health Markets, I call it a mini franchise. All you have to do is plug and play. It's all there for you, from leads to websites to Facebook to training. You can do your whole career and learn everything you ever needed to learn right there from our resource center.
I find a lot of gratitude in this job because I'm able to, on a daily basis, help individuals. The money that I'm able to save their families and the protection that I'm able to give them has been very rewarding for me personally, because I have a huge heart towards helping and serving others, and this job definitely has given me the opportunity to meet that need for myself in serving them and taking care of their families.
I like to say that we cover you from head to toe, including your eyes and teeth, without costing you an arm and a leg. That's the Health Markets difference.
Welcome back to the Orange County Sportsplex here in Hillsborough, North Carolina. After 20 minutes, it's the Tar Heels 2, the Seahawks nothing, and we got Seahawks defenseman Kai Levy with us here. And Kai, I want to take a look at this first period. It seemed pretty good for you guys. Got a lot of offensive zone time, had some power play opportunities. Obviously, you don't like the score, but what do you like about the way your team played here in the first?
We've obviously outshot the team by a ton. Like, we're in their zone the whole time. We just can't seem to put one away, but it'll happen. It's coming.
So what kind of adjustments, as you look into that second period, what kind of offensive zone adjustments do you think you guys need to make to try and get one past Will Douthit?
We got to crash the net more. He lets out a ton of rebounds, but besides that, we ain't got to change nothing.
All right, Levy, Kai, pardon me. Thank you for coming in here real quick to chat. That is Kai Levy of the UNC Wilmington Seahawks. We're going to step aside here for a moment. We'll be back with more coverage of UNC and UNC-W hockey right after this. Welcome back to the Orange County Sportsplex. Chris Lehman with you as we are in the first intermission, a 2-0 lead for the North Carolina Tar Heels over the UNC Wilmington Seahawks. Been a pretty good game so far, tightly contested. As we've talked about, Wilmington with a few more chances. We got to talk with Kai Levy, defenseman of the Seahawks, a little bit, and you could see the frustration for the team right now. It'll be interesting to see how they come out in the second period. Wilmington looked really good. They capitalized, weren't able to score, but were able to capitalize on some momentum on those power plays, get some scoring opportunities, and Will Douthit did a pretty good job of turning away some tight shots right in close to keep it scoreless. And then, as we talked about, North Carolina very opportunistic on offense. They didn't get a lot of zone time until the second half of that first period, but when they got some chances, they made them count. Big goal from Noah Friedman early in the period to pick up that goal, and then another one on the power play for the Tar Heels later in the period. Those are two big goals, particularly that second goal. It can lead you into that third period or into that second period with a little bit more momentum. If you're UNC, you certainly want to get that forecheck going, get some more offensive zone time, and get some more scoring opportunities. But I think if you're head coach Jeff Volkman and his coaching staff, you're happy with the fact that your team was able to pick up 2 goals in a period where they were really outplayed a little bit. So for the Tar Heels, coming into this second period, it's going to be all about getting into the offensive zone, establishing themselves, and creating some more chances. For Wilmington, they were able to get into the zone. They were able to establish themselves. Now it's about getting some better shots and collecting those rebounds. One of the things we heard Levy talk about a little bit was the fact that this Wilmington team needs to crash the net a little bit more. There were some rebounds that Douthit let out that could have been put in the back of the net, and they weren't able to put them home. So that's what it comes down to. Wilmington going to try and crash the net a little bit more. Tar Heels going to try and flip the ice back in their favor, but they do have a 2-0 lead. We're going to take one more quick break here at the Orange County Sportsplex. When we come back, we'll have a fresh 20 minutes on the clock, and it'll be time for the second period. We'll be right back with more UNC Hockey.
Advice for future agents. Oh, hold on to your seat, guys. It's going to be an amazing ride. It's tough at first. That first year is always tough, but you work hard and you can play hard. So if you can just stick with it, especially through that first year, every year after will be very abundant. So don't give up. This is a long ride, not a little short one.
You come to us with a license, a phone, a car, a laptop, work ethic and personality, and your businesses can grow from there.
The foundation, the leads, the leadership. I feel like the leadership here is great at Health Markets, and I'm very happy to be here. It's a great opportunity for any individual that would like to be in sales.
Do not minimize the power of the collective. When one has an issue, we all work on it and we figure it out. And that was something that was unique to me, to be in a room where everybody's competitive, but yet Health Market structure is such that you encourage and help each other. Through the lead system they have, there's no competition. As a matter of fact, probably double agents and still not satisfy the need that today's consumer has for accurate health insurance information. There's no concern on any of our part. As a matter of fact, we just can't get to all the clients. So come on in, the water's fine.
It's your choice how you want to take your business, where you want to do it, how you want to grow it. It's your baby. Health Markets has unlimited resources. I worked at many jobs before where they didn't have the resources that I needed to be as successful as I would like to be. At Health Markets, I call it a mini franchise. All you have to do is plug and play. It's all there for you, from leads to websites to Facebook to training. You can do your whole career and learn everything you ever needed to learn right there from our resource center.
I find a lot of gratitude in this job because I'm able to, on a daily basis, help individuals. The money that I'm able to save their families and the protection that I'm able to give them has been very rewarding for me personally, because I have a huge heart towards helping and serving others, and this job definitely has given me the opportunity to meet that need for myself in serving them and taking care of their families.
I like to say that we cover you from head to toe, including your eyes and teeth, without costing you an arm and a leg. That's the Health Markets difference.
Just about set for period number 2 here at the Orange County Sportsplex, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, hosting the UNC Wilmington Seahawks here in their second meeting in the last 8 days. It was a 5-1 win for the Tar Heels in Wilmington And Wilmington's looked good here in this game, as we talked about. They're getting some shots, they're getting some chances. They've had a couple of power plays they haven't been able to capitalize on yet, but as I said, they're able to harness some momentum from them and create some offensive zone time. We'll see what the Tar Heels can do. They had trouble breaking it out of their own end. Usually they're the team giving their opponents trouble breaking out, but they were the ones having some trouble in period number 1, and we'll see how things change with the fresh sheet ice. UNC will control after a little scrum for the puck on the opening draw. They'll retreat to their own end. Saboden, who scored that second goal late in the period on the power play, knocked off the puck. Nice little hit there by Mangle to knock the puck loose, but Wilmington still in control. They'll go right back to work on offense. Stumbling defenseman will create a 2-on-1 here. Mahan and Saboden will have Walsh coming with them. The trailer, Walsh with the shot from the high slot, and a save made. It'll be held on to by Joey Rosen. And it'll be a face-off in the offensive end for the Tar Heels. They caught a break there as a Wilmington defenseman, I believe that was Cam Traynor, who just lost his edge at the offensive blue line. Turned into kind of a 3-on-1 for UNC. And now they'll get a chance in the offensive end. Benevento to face off against Foster for the Tar Heels. It'll be drawn back behind the Wilmington Cades. They'll look to lift it up the near wall and out. UNC keeps it in. It'll be sticked into the far corner by Rosen. A race to the puck. They'll fight for it along the wall. Siggins dispossessed. Back to the blue line now. Ian Reeves with the shot, and it'll be held on to by Rosen. And another offensive zone faceoff for the Tar Heels. And the second period can always be an entertaining period just because of the fact that the two teams have to go further to change away from their defensive end, I should say. So if you can pin a team in their defensive end, it becomes difficult to get fresh bodies on. Chance for the Tar Heels. And a huge save by Rosen. A point-blank chance in tight. We haven't seen many of those for UNC here. Friedman to take the draw this time, up against Benevento again. Friedman wins it to the wall, but it'll be Wilmington controlling. Benevento around behind his own net. He'll chase it back down, lift it off the wall, kept in by Jones. Walking the line, throws one at the net. And a save made by Rosen. He'll glove it down and hold on. A little over a minute gone here in period number 2. Tar Heels starting to get that forecheck working. And they'll look to hold the zone. Friedman on the draw, looking to angle it towards the net. It'll be battled for in the low slot and slide over to the far corner. Banked off the wall and out. Back to the UNC defense where the Tar Heels control. Banked off the wall, intended for Beeson, sent right back to the D. And Gleason will try again up the far wall. It'll be forced in by Friedman. You see him up close in the corner. Sent to the middle. Chance for the Tar Heels, and the shot didn't get to the net. Beeson got to stick to it, but couldn't get it on goal. More pressure from the Tar Heel forecheck. Mackay Ashford gets a body to it, but can't hold the zone. The puck doesn't get past the red line as it's swept in by Wills Kendrick Holmes. Kai Levy in the near corner. He'll carry it out. Looking to that far wall, and the Seahawks come in off sides. Benedetti was slowed up as he came in. And so the face-off will come out on top of the Tar Heel blue line just over 2 minutes into period 2. Well, we haven't seen much this period, but certainly seems like UNC a little bit more crisp getting out of their own end and through the neutral zone. That's always the most important thing. I find that any team that's able to cleanly move through the neutral zone and into their offensive end, they're going to have more success. You don't want to spend a lot of time dawdling and wasting energy between the blue lines. Tar Heels going to work. Puck loose in the middle of the Wilmington zone. Seahawks come away with it. It'll be carried up the far wall. Cross ice to the near side. Drop pass. Here's a shot wide of the net. Off the stick of Logan Colbrith. Some more pressure from the Seahawks in that corner. Squirts loose. Henry Foster with it for the Tar Heels. Floats one out to the blue line. It just escapes out into neutral ice. Joey Alexander carries it back in for Wilmington. His shot on the ice, patted away by Douthit. Rebound collected in the near corner by Foster. He'll skate it out himself under a lot of pressure from Colbreth, and he loses the puck. UNC the first to it. Sending it in, Milgris, but he sent it too far. He was looking for a teammate on this near wall. And we saw Wilmington resort to that later in the period. In that first period, some stretch passes that ended up too long, and it's going to create a chance here now for Wilmington. Benevento to take the draw for Wilmington up against Foster for the Tar Heels. Off the draw, it's controlled by UNC. Justin Magan will send it around the boards. Held in at the blue line by Dunphy. Siggins sweeps it deep for Wilmington. Around to the near wall, stumbling and losing control of it was Brendan Umschied, and now the Tar Heels will break it out. Mahan down that far left wing, slaps one on goal, easily steered away by Rosen, and Wilmington looking to clear. They can't get it out though. Milgris keeps it in for the moment. A fight for it along the blue line. Benevento comes away with it for the Seahawks. He'll weave through traffic into the offensive end. His shot hits a stick as Daniel Jones disrupted the chance, and it's out of play for a faceoff. This has been a nicely contested game so far. Pretty evenly matched teams, as we talked about. One of the things at the beginning of the season that we discussed with Coach Volkman was the added depth for this team. And you can see some depth for Wilmington as these teams match up and down the lineup. You might have heard the iron there. A chance for Wilmington comes up just shy. And now the Tar Heels will ice it to alleviate some pressure, and won't be able to make a change, but they do at least get a chance to regroup here. About 4 minutes gone here in period number 2. Tar Heels win the defensive zone draw. Misha Saboden throws it off of a Seahawk, and it'll be loose in neutral ice. They fight for it along the near wall, and it's the Tar Heels coming away with it. Slept to the far side. Walsh with pressure, can't keep it in, and Wilmington chips it out. Near the red line, Jones going cross ice. The pass tipped, but Saboden comes away with it, looking to leave it for Mahan and can't. Walsh collects it, back to the middle for Saboden, behind him, and he'll chase it down on the near wall. Slaps it towards the net, sticked into the corner, and the Tar Heels go back to work on offense. Mahan up the wall for Jones. He'll send it back around behind the net, where Wilmington can take over and look to break out. Clearing pass misses everyone. It's out in the neutral ice, and UNC can control again. Along the near wall, they'll get it deep. Now Kai Levy at the defense for Wilmington. Goes back up that left wing wall, and it's one of those stretch passes that goes too long. It'll be icing this time on Wilmington. And the Seahawks, a couple of guys looking a little bit tired out there right now. In particular, you look at Mike Benedetti. Was bent over at the waist, just trying to regroup a little bit. And so a chance here for UNC, with maybe some tired bodies on the ice, to get some chances here in the offensive end. Off the draw, Wilmington wins it back into the corner, but the Tar Heels will control. It's Foster. Chases it down along that far wall, back to the blue line. Slapper ends up wide off the stick of Carter Tanner, and now the puck will be chipped up and into the netting on the near side. And we'll get another face-off down in the Wilmington zone. Just over 5 minutes into this period, and this has been a little bit choppier of a period. That'll change things, and it'll change the way that this game is played. It felt like play flowed a little bit more. We didn't have quite as many stoppages in period number 1. And it led to some good hockey. Chance short side. Doesn't go for the Tar Heels, and it'll be another offensive zone face-off. It looked like it went off the shoulder of Rosen and out of play. Well, this, I'm sure, is what Coach Volkman wanted to see out of his team here after the first period, where they got hemmed into their own end a good portion of it. They're starting to really get some good chances in the offensive end, some sustained time in the offensive end. Point-blank chance there, steered away by Rosen. Wilmington breaks it out. So good things for the Tar Heels. Carter Tanner, D-to-D with Wills Kendrick Holmes. Banked off the wall for Foster. He'll send it off the glass and out in the neutral ice. Loose puck, fought for and won by Wilmington. They'll get it deep and go in on the forecheck. Foster the first there for the Tar Heels. Slaps it around the wall. Will be taken by Mangle. He loses an edge. Pass through the middle, doesn't find a teammate. And Wilmington will get a chance to possess. Logan Stewart, cross ice to the near side. It'll be sent deep by Wilmington's Sam Hopper. Some pressure now from the Seahawk forecheck as Kendrick Holmes banks it off the wall to be knocked down nicely by Schrock and sent back behind the UNC net. First one to it is a Seahawk. It's Colbreth. Back to the blue line, intercepted, and here's a chance for the Tar Heels. In comes Ives. Loses his angle as the puck kind of skittered away from him, and he couldn't get a good shot away. So a potential golden opportunity for the Tar Heels going to go by the wayside. Huge hit right there in front of us. Get a good look at it there at center ice. And Wilmington able to get it deep. Kendrick Holmes along the wall. Couple of Seahawks there battling with him as it turns into a four-man scrum with Beeson in there. Friedman helping out as well for the Tar Heels. Squirts loose in front, backhand try, steered wide by Joey Alexander. Wilmington still in control in the offensive end. Pass to the middle, stolen in the high slot by Friedman. He's going to turn on the Jets through the neutral zone. Down that far left wing. Stops on a dime, floats it to the middle, and it'll be intercepted there by Stewart, who takes a hit behind the net, trying to clear it out. Back to Stewart again. He'll sweep it along to the near wall. And Wilmington able to break it up and out as they gain the red line and get it deep. They need to get fresh bodies on the ice and will. Tar Heels regroup in their own end. John Milgris up the wall for Carlson. He'll go rink wide. And they'll scrum for it at the Wilmington blue line. Seahawks come away with it. Dumped in by Benevento. He'll be hit up along that far wall. Loses control behind the net. Puck squirts loose. It's Vaglia clearing it up for Foster. Foster with some speed down the right wing has Carlson with him. Looks to the middle, and they can't connect. Jones holds at the far blue line. His slap pass on and off of a stick, and Wilmington able to clear it out. Step there for Siggins, so he'll negate the icing call. Collected by Foster now for the Tar Heels. He'll look cross ice. Pass deflected into neutral ice. Disrupted by Wilmington, and now Siggins will send it in once more for the Hawks. Foster again. Late pass up for Ashford. Bouncing puck, he has trouble controlling. Wilmington holds the zone. Now it's Benedetti along the wall. Couple of Tar Heels there trying to force it up the wall and out, but Benedetti has it back. He'll fire a shot, deflected just wide by Siggins. Slap back out in front, didn't go. Wilmington thought the bench for Wilmington thought it went in, and now a shot from the near point. Blockered away by Douthit. Some great chances here. Benedetti doing yeoman's work in this end for Wilmington, and now his backhand pass is off the mark, and it will slide all the way down the ice. So he was looking for Tyler Feast. Rosen out to play it from his net. Backhands it around the wall. First one to it, Ashford. Swept around past the net. Nobody there to put it on goal. Wilmington able to clear it out, but not much past the neutral zone. Here comes Jones. He's dispossessed. A collision along the near wall. Puck squirts loose. Jones retrieves it. Moves it along for Mahan. Down the left side from the top of the circle. His shot skitters wide, and Wilmington sends it out in the neutral ice again. They'll carry it forward this time with control. Nice hit along the near wall by the Tar Heels' Ian Reeves, and that will give the UNC a chance to move forward. Mahan looking to the middle. Backhand shot. Rosen got a piece of it. Saboden tracks it down. Looking back to the point, his pass stolen away. Saboden touches it off sides as well, so it looks like this face-off will come out of the offensive zone for the Tar Heels. Just about halfway through this game now. Well, it took a while before we saw anything up on the board in the first period. In fact, almost exactly 12 minutes before Friedman scored the opening goal. This is not too different than the first period. We're starting to see the two teams settle in here in the second as well. It was a little bit of choppy play through the first 5 or 6 minutes, but over the last 4 or so, it's been pretty nice, smooth, flowing hockey. And a hit away from the puck. Doesn't look like we're going to get a hand up, though, so play will continue. Foster trying to dance through a couple of Wilmington defensemen and can't. Seahawks get it up and out, but looks like the puck hit the netting along the side, so it'll be out of play in another face-off with 10:06 to go here in period number 2. Foster to take the draw for the Tar Heels, wins it to the wall. Ives is there. Unable to control though. Seahawks carrying it in. Heavy work there for Zach Schrock, has Kendrick Holmes all over him. Behind the net for Joey Alexander. Taken away by Henry Foster. Off the glass on the far wall. It'll be helped out, well, not quite out, by Mangle. And Wilmington continuing to pressure on the forecheck. Picked up now by Foster in the near corner. He'll bank it off the glass, and this time it gets out. Sam I's going to chase after it. But first to it for the Tar Heels is Mangle. Backhand pass out in front, off the stick of Rosen. Pops up in the air, still loose in the slot. UNC can't put it on goal. Friedman smacks a pass out in front on the backhand, and the shot from Mangle deflected up and over. Now they'll battle behind the Seahawk net, and it's cleared up and out of play by Wilmington's Logan Colbreth. 9:11 to go here in period number 2. It's been an entertaining contest. And still anybody's game. Wilmington has had chances here in the second period as well, as the faceoff steered right on goal by Friedman and directed away by Rosen. Not a bad little play there from Friedman, trying to sneak one on goal. Wilmington able to break out though. Siggins chips it into the North Carolina end. It'll be slapped right back out into neutral ice by Justin Maggin. But not much further as Wilmington sends it deep again, and now we've got a whistle. And I think we're going to see a penalty here on, well, looks like Wilmington going to get called for the penalty. Tar Heels, I thought the Tar Heels were in possession there, but it looks like Wilmington was able to get a touch. It's going to be a slashing penalty. And so another power play here for North Carolina. They were 1 for 1 in the first period. And I believe it's Cam Trainer who's in the box for slashing. Right off the draw, it'll be cleared all the way down by Wilmington. Foster will set up the breakout for the Tar Heels as they look to get things going on the power play. They'll break it in, and, well, stretch pass was too long, so it's going to go all the way back. That's a cardinal sin on the power play. You never want to ice the puck when you're a man up. And so now UNC going to have to win this face-off and turn it right back up the ice. Well, it only took about 45 seconds for the Tar Heels to score in their first power play, 20 seconds into this one. But they have not been able to set up offensively yet. Benevento going to waste some time behind the Tar Heel net now as he chases it down off the faceoff. Into the far corner, he's double-teamed. It'll be taken away by Foster. Looking for some time and space, he finds Friedman. Steps around a defenseman and sends it to Mahan on that far left wing. He'll walk it in. Dropped for Saboden, who scored that power play goal. To the top of the umbrella, Foster. Back to Saboden. Again for Henry Foster. Along for Friedman. He'll turn with it down on the goal line. To Foster at the blue line once more. Saboden again. Across for Friedman, who'll collect it off the wall in the near corner. Looks things over, sends it back to the blue line to Foster. Throws it through traffic. Loose puck on the side of the goal, and a sprawling Rosen covers it up with 57 seconds to go on the man advantage. Smart shot there from Henry Foster. You never know what's going to sneak through traffic and catch a goalie off guard. And that shot certainly seemed to, as the netminder Rosen able to make the initial save, but a juicy rebound left there. And he was able to get back to it and keep it under control. Levy trying to clear for Wilmington off the draw and can't. Carlson in the corner, working on Levy. Getting some help from Sam Ives. Ives in control, exchanges places with Beeson. He'll carry it to the far side wall. Looking for some space, he creates it himself. Down to Beeson. He'll walk that wall. Bank pass into Carlson in that far corner. Down under 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Top of the umbrella for Gleason. Sent around the wall. Sam Ives again in that far corner. Down to 20 seconds left on the power play. Near corner Beeson. Left along the wall for Jones. He'll float one to the middle, and the one-time chance blocked away, and a shorthanded opportunity as the power play coming to an end. Here comes Wilmington, and a beautiful save by Douthit on Zach Schrock. And Schrock gets hit away from the puck. That's going to be a penalty on Daniel Jones as the power play expires for the Tar Heels. We'll get another one, this time for Wilmington. And Jones not happy with it. I think he's protesting that Schrock was there with the puck, and that's why he hit him, but I think that was a pretty easy one to call for the officials. And so a 2-minute power play here for Wilmington. This is going to be an important one as well. 6:45 to go in this second period. Seahawks, while they've played pretty even with UNC this period for the most part, they still have not been able to put one in the back of the net. They would really like to cut into that Tar Heel lead, I'm sure, before the end of the period and before you get into the third. So see what they can do on this power play. Levy down the wall, looks to the middle, it's off a skate. Tar Heels take it over and clear it out into neutral ice. Now the Seahawks will carry it in down the near wing. With it, Woodleaf. His pass intercepted, and it'll be cleared out by Mangle. And the Tar Heels can at least get their forward pairing off for a change. That's the biggest challenge on the penalty kill in the second period, is pinning a team deep in their own end long enough to get all 4 men off. And Tar Heels doing a good job. A little bit of a shorthanded forecheck here along that near wall. But it'll be Benedetti coming away with it for Wilmington. Forces his way into the offensive zone, and the Tar Heels pitchfork it right back out. Swept in by Wilmington on the power play again, a little over halfway through the man advantage. They'll keep it in on that far wall. It's Logan Stewart. D to D with Joey Alexander. He'll throw in off the far corner. Be picked up there by Stewart. He'll look things over behind the Tar Heel net. Back for Alexander. Up top, one-timer blocker save by Douthit. He'll hold on to the rebound with a man right there in his face. He had Caden Chips right there on top of the crease. And he was able to hold on to the rebound. Well, that's kind of what we were talking about with Kai Levy at the intermission, is getting bodies to the net for those rebounds, and Douthit able to hold on to that one. Carlson wins the draw for the Tar Heels, looking to clear it out as Magan, and he does. Retreating with it, Joey Alexander. Up the near wall, it'll be moved along for Logan Colbreth. Colbreth drops it back, shot, saved by Douthit. Rebound patted away as well, as the second chance opportunity came for Cam Trainer. And the Tar Heels able to clear, and those are the saves that Douthit has been able to make tonight, and I'm sure in the game in Wilmington last week that it made the difference in these 2 games so far. Puck deflected up and into the netting, so we'll get a face-off outside of the Tar Heel zone, so it went off of a Seahawks stick. But that should effectively kill off the power play for Wilmington, down to 4 seconds left on the man advantage, 4:48 left in the period. Foster on the draw for the Tar Heels, can't win it as Benevento draws it backwards and Wilmington gets it deep. Siggins in on the forecheck, knocks it loose for Benevento. On and off his stick, and Magan looking to clear up that far wall and can't. Siggins comes away with it out of the 4-man scrum. He'll be pinned to the wall in that far corner. Tar Heels still trying to work it up that far wall. Vaglia in there with John Milgris. And they still can't clear. Loose puck in the slot, chipped up to the blue line and out. Now Foster with a shorthanded chance. He's going to bring it in, trying to step past the defenseman as it poked away. But the Tar Heels, who have killed off the power play, can now get to work in the offensive end. Back behind the Seahawk net. First one to it, Stewart. He'll swipe it around the wall and out into neutral ice. Wilmington able to control. It's Benevento flipping it in on Douthit. He's going to get a glove to it. Doesn't like what he sees, so he'll hold on for another draw. This has been, I would say, a much better period for the Tar Heels. They got outplayed in the first, but were able to survive and put a couple of goals past Rosen when they had the chance. They've spent a lot more time in their offensive end here in this second period. They've given Douthit a little bit of a break. He's had to make some big saves, though. And he, as expected this season, has been the anchor and continues to be. Mahan going to skate this one out of the Tar Heel zone himself. Across for Saboden down the right wing. Looks back to the middle. Chance for Mahan. Pad save made by Rosen from the high slot. And Wilmington will clear it out. Icing will be waved off as this one just barely rolls into the Tar Heel end. Saboden retrieves it. Looking through the middle for Mahan in his skates. And Wilmington gets it deep. They'll make some changes as they go on the forecheck. Knocked around the wall by Saboden. He can't get it out. Kai Levy brings it in, and it deflects past Douthit and into the net. Kai Levy. You never know what's going to happen when you put the puck on goal, and it hit the stick, I believe, of number 59, Carter Tanner, the Tar Heel defenseman, and changed direction on Douthit. But a big goal with 3:13 to go in this period as Wilmington gets within one. Whenever you can score in the last few minutes of a period, especially in a close game like this, it tends to mean a little bit more to take that momentum into the break. Now the Tar Heels going to look to answer here, but Wilmington right back on the forecheck. Sam Ives takes a hit looking to clear, but that pass stolen away in the high slot. Nothing doing, though, for Joey Alexander. Back comes Noah Friedman. He'll drop it off at the blue line for Mangle. His shot off the stick of Rosen. And the Wilmington defense clears it out. And now it looks like, I didn't see the puck played with a high stick, but a Tar Heel, I guess on the clearance, got a stick to it up in the air. And so the high stick will bring this face-off. Wow, it'll bring it all the way down into the offensive end for Wilmington. So an important draw here. See what Wilmington can do now that they've been able to beat Will Douthit. But it'll be the Tar Heels controlling the defensive zone draw. Moved around the boards by Jones. He's got Ives. Couldn't keep up with the puck, though. Wilmington keeps it in. That's Colbreth. Takes a hit, looking to center the puck. Nobody there in the Navy jersey. And Jones will clear it all the way down. This one doesn't look like it's going to have enough for icing, so play will continue. A little over 2 minutes to go here in the second. Tar Heels had a 2-0 lead through the majority of this period, but a recent goal deflected in off of a Tar Heel stick has cut the lead in half, and you can see that little extra energy that it's brought here for Wilmington. Dunphy sends it deep. Jones will get to it for UNC. Collects behind his net, picking up speed. He'll leave it for Friedman in the slot. He chips it up and out. Now moving forward is Ives. Looking to get it deep. He's knocked off the puck, and Wilmington will bring it right back out. Space up the near wall. Carried in. Shot from the top of the circle. Whistles wide off the stick of Umschied. And another chance. Skitters past the net. Umschied going side to side all the way across the rink to get to that second chance. Now UNC in control. Foster has it poked away. Benevento, his shot disrupted. Gets the puck back. Runs over a Tar Heel going to the net. We're going to get a penalty, I believe, to the Seahawks here on Benevento. And so UNC here going to go on the power play late in the period. And if I saw the signal correctly from the official, it's going to be a cross-checking penalty on Wilmington. Regardless, it is a 2-minute man advantage for the Tar Heels. And they'll get a face-off in the offensive end. One into the corner. Tar Heels control. That's Walsh back to the blue line. Foster playing catch with Saboden. Goes cross ice. That pass disrupted and cleared out. Good hustle play there by Stewart. And the Tar Heels retreat to their own blue line. Foster has speed through the neutral zone, down the left wing. He'll stop up on the hashes before he's taken down in the corner. And play rolls on. Foster back up with the puck. Looking to the blue line. Saucers one to Saboden. Back to Foster. Again for Misha Saboden. His shot off a stick and wide. Leighton Walsh the first to it. Tar Heels Down to 37 seconds left in the period. Unless they score, they'll have the power play throughout. And a shot from the high slot held on to by Joey Rosen. And it'll be another face-off in the Wilmington end. 34.5 seconds to go on the period, I should say, here in the second. 1:16 left on the power play. So you're looking at about 40 seconds of power play time carrying over to the third period for the Tar Heels. But still some time to get some chances here on the man advantage. Carlson wins the faceoff back to Gleason. He'll backhand it behind the net into the near corner. Levy retrieves it but loses the handle, and the Tar Heels will put some pressure on. Carlson and Ives going at it with Levy, who does a nice job wasting some time in that corner but still can't clear. Back behind the Wilmington net. Pitchforked up and out, and this one will bounce all the way down the ice. 10 seconds to go in the period. Maybe a chance for one last rush for the Tar Heels. Jones slaps it around the wall and out into neutral ice. Wilmington gets a stick to it, and they'll run out the rest of this second period. So, pretty evenly played period. Both teams with some chances, but it's late in the second where Kai Levy throws it at the net. It hits the stick of Carter Tanner and ends up behind Will Douthit. We've got a hockey game heading to the third period. It's North Carolina 2, Wilmington 1.
Advice for future agents. Oh, hold on to your seat, guys. It's gonna be an amazing ride. It's tough at first. That first year is always tough, but you work hard and you can play hard. So if you can just stick with it, especially through that first year, every year after will be very abundant. So don't give up. This is a long ride, not a little short one.
You come to us with a license, a phone, a car, a laptop, work ethic and personality, and your businesses can grow from there.
The foundation, the leads, the leadership. I feel like the leadership here is great at Health Markets, and I'm very happy to be here. It's a great opportunity for any individual that would like to be in sales.
Do not minimize the power of the collective. When one has an issue, we all work on it and we figure it out. And that was something that was unique to me, to be in a room where everybody's competitive, but yet Health Market's structure is such that you encourage and help each other. Through the lead system they have, there's no competition. As a matter of fact, probably double agents and still not satisfy the need that today's consumer has for accurate health insurance information. There's no concern on any of our part. As a matter of fact, we just can't get to all the clients. So come on in, the water's fine.
It's your choice how you want to take your business, where you want to do it, how you want to grow it. It's your baby. Health Markets has unlimited resources. I worked at many jobs before where they didn't have the resources that I needed to be as successful as I would like to be. At Health Markets, I call it a mini franchise. All you have to do is plug and play. It's all there for you, from leads to websites to Facebook to training. You can do your whole career and learn everything you ever needed to learn right there from our resource center.
I find a lot of gratitude in this job because I'm able to, on a daily basis, help individuals. The money that I'm able to save their families and the protection that I'm able to give them has been very rewarding for me personally, because I have a huge heart towards helping and serving others, and this job definitely has given me the opportunity to meet that need for myself in serving them and taking care of their families.
I like to say that we cover you from head to toe, including your eyes and teeth, without costing you an arm and a leg. That's the Health Markets difference.
We're back at the Orange County Sportsplex after 40 minutes. It's Tar Heels 2, Seahawks 1. Chris Lehman now joined by Leighton Walsh of the Tar Heels after 2 periods. Leighton, you got the 2-1 lead, but let's start by looking at that first period. A lot of defensive zone time. You guys did a pretty good job defending, killing off some penalties, and then you get 2 goals. So how did it feel, even though you didn't play your best 20 minutes, but you still come away with the lead?
I mean, we knew right off the bat that UNC-W is going to be an aggressive team. We knew that they were going to come out hard, and we just knew that we had to play defense first and look for offense, and we got our chances, and we thankfully buried, and we got some good 2 goals on us. But, I mean, it's still going to be a hard third period for us, and we're going to just need to take it to them. But they're doing great.
It was certainly a pretty evenly played second period. You guys got a little bit more offensive zone time. What was the difference between the first and second that allowed you to get some more time in the offensive end?
I think we just started to realize how they were playing and how aggressive they were, and we were trying to capitalize on when they were trying to push, and we would just counteract against that. So.
Now, you do give up a goal late. A deflected shot gets past Will Douthit, who's played a pretty darn good game so far. So how do you kind of regroup here at this second intermission and go back out into the third with that 1-goal lead?
I think we just got to understand that we're a pretty aggressive team ourselves, and that Will Douthit's going to keep us safe, and we're just going to have to keep bearing. We're just going to
Chris Lehman back with you at the Orange County Sportsplex here in Hillsborough, North Carolina. It's going to be an exciting third period coming up here in just a few minutes. 2-1 lead for the Tar Heels over the UNC Wilmington Seahawks at the moment. Been a pretty tightly contested game throughout, as we've talked about. Not the best first period for UNC, but they did come out with that 2-0 lead. Very evenly played second period as well, and that late goal from Kai Levy, I think, is going to make a difference as we head out into the third period. Wilmington got a little momentum out of that. We're able to get some chances. Now, they did take a cross-checking penalty late in the period. There will be about 40 seconds of power play time for the Tar Heels. Going to be really important for them to establish themselves and get some chances on the man advantage early in the third period. Both teams have had opportunities, and they've got 20 minutes to settle this one. 2-1 Tar Heels as we get set for the final 20 minutes. We'll be right back with the third period here at the Orange County Sportsplex.
Advice for future agents. Oh, hold on to your seat, guys. It's gonna be an amazing ride. It's tough at first. That first year is always tough, but you work hard and you can play hard. So if you can just stick with it, especially through that first year, every year after will be very abundant. So don't give up. This is a long ride, not a little short one.
You come to us with a license, a phone, a car, a laptop, work ethic and personality, and your businesses can grow from there.
The foundation, the leads, the leadership. I feel like the leadership here is great at Health Markets, and I'm very happy to be here. It's a great opportunity for any individual that would like to be in sales.
Do not minimize the power of the collective. When one has an issue, we all work on it and we figure it out. And that was something that was unique to me, to be in a room where everybody's competitive, but yet Health Market structure is such that you encourage and help each other. Through the lead system they have, there's no competition. As a matter of fact, probably double agents and still not satisfy the need that today's consumer has for accurate health insurance information. There's no concern on any of our part. As a matter of fact, we just can't get to all the clients. So come on in, the water's fine.
It's your choice how you want to take your business, where you want to do it, how you want to grow it. It's your baby. Health Markets has unlimited resources. I worked at many jobs before where they didn't have the resources that I needed to be as successful as I would like to be. At Health Markets, I call it a mini franchise. All you have to do is plug and play. It's all there for you, from leads to websites to Facebook to training. You can do your whole career and learn everything you ever needed to learn right there from our resource center.
I find a lot of gratitude in this job because I'm able to, on a daily basis, help individuals. The money that I'm able to save their families and the protection that I'm able to give them has been very rewarding for me personally, because I have a huge heart towards helping and serving others, and this job definitely has given me the opportunity to meet that need for myself in serving them and taking care of their families.
I like to say that we cover you from head to toe, including your eyes and teeth, without costing you an arm and a leg. That's the Health Markets difference.
And we're ready to go here with the last 20 minutes between the North Carolina Tar Heels and the UNC Wilmington Seahawks. As mentioned, about 40 minutes, or 40 seconds, not 40 minutes of power play time for the Tar Heels, and it looks like that's going to go away immediately. It's going to be Leighton Walsh, who we actually just talked to at the second intermission, who's going to head to the box. And that's a tough one. As we mentioned, UNC a chance to really push Wilmington back on their heels at the start of this period, and unfortunately 13 seconds in, it's Walsh with the tripping penalty. So the face-off comes back in the Tar Heel end. It'll be won by Friedman, and UNC will control. It's John Milgris up for Friedman down the right wing. He's got some space to move in, cuts to the high slot, backhand pass deflected on goal, and Rosen makes the save. Foster got to stick to it but couldn't direct it past the Wilmington goaltender. That'll allow Wilmington to move back out. They're about 5 seconds away from a power play chance as the Tar Heels clear it all the way out. Great work here by Henry Foster. He'll get to the puck below the Wilmington goal line. Wastes some time in the far corner, sends it right back in. He's got Friedman right there, walks out in front. Nice save on the near post by Rosen. Chipped up and out by Wilmington. Not looking much like a man advantage right now. Tar Heels are really putting some pressure on. Even down a man. Milgris behind his own net. Up the far wall to be slapped all the way down the ice, and the Tar Heels can kill some more clock. Under a minute left on the power play for Wilmington. Get a total of about a minute and a half on the power play. It was 4-on-4 for roughly the first 30 seconds, a little bit less than that. Still having trouble getting through the neutral zone. They'll back it up. Behind his own net is Tyler Dunphy. He'll skate it out. Loose pressure from Carlson, who gets in front of the pass. With some help from Beeson, he knocks it back deep. Held on to by Joey Alexander. Up for Dunphy. On and off his stick. Jones sends it back in. Swept along by Beeson. Bouncing puck along the Wilmington blue line. Corralled by Levy. He'll go D to D with Alexander. Great pressure from Beeson. He'll steal it away. Dunphy knocks him off the puck. Alexander back around. He finds Levy, and Wilmington going to run out of power play time, and we're back to full-strength hockey. Levy, long stretch pass, not on the same page as Siggins, and it'll go all the way down for icing. So if you're the Tar Heels, you don't like taking a penalty that ends your power play 13 seconds into the period, but they do a great job of killing it off. Almost no zone time for the Wilmington power play there. And right after it ends, Leighton Walsh, who was in the box, now out to take the offensive zone faceoff off the icing. Wilmington controls. Backhanded around by Levy, but not out. Gleason holds the zone. Steers it along for Walsh. He'll carry behind the net. Slips one out in front. Loose puck in the slot. Nobody gets a stick to it, and it's tracked down by Sam Ives. He'll turn one on goal. Hits Levy with this shot. It deflects in to the far corner. Carrying it behind Walsh. Stuffed chance. Knocked away, and then Wills Kendrick Holmes with a one-timer that's deflected wide. It'll be chipped up, almost caught the ceiling, but didn't, so play will carry on as Benevento carries it in. Walsh lost his footing. We'll keep an eye on him. He took an awkward fall into the boards next to the Carolina bench. We'll keep an eye out for him coming back out onto the ice next time. Wilmington now a chance to do some work on offense. Errant pass will be cleared out by Mengel. And Wilmington will reset. It's Stewart looking up to the far wall. His pass intercepted by Saboden. In come the Tar Heels. Pass to Foster, the one-timer, he scores. Great finish for the Tar Heels. About 3.5 minutes into the period, a big third goal to reestablish that 2-goal lead as Saboden now with a goal and an assist. He was actually assisted on his goal by Henry Foster, and this time it'll be Foster finishing from Saboden. So an important first goal of the period goes to the Tar Heels. And we're right back where we were late in the first period, a 2-goal lead for the Tar Heels. Nice stick by Saboden to knock down an aerial pass. Tar Heels will control at their own blue line. Carrying it up the near wall as Minglis, he'll send it in, or Milgris, pardon me. And Wilmington gets to it first and clears it out in the neutral ice. They have not been able to control it through the neutral zone very well since midway through that first period. They will get it deep now, though. Looking to establish a forecheck. Got a scrum along that near wall. Tar Heels come away with the puck. That's Foster. Banked up the wall. It deflects right back to him. He'll carry it out. Angled to the far wall. Gains the red line. He needs a change, so he'll send it in. Saboden on the forecheck. Beat to it, though, by Cam Trainer. Trainer using his own net to create some space. He'll go across to his D partner in Cameron Fant. Moved forward by the Seahawks. But again, still having trouble controlling the offensive end. Mahan banks it around behind his own net. Back along the near side for Ian Reeves. His breakout pass, stolen away, and they score. Defensive zone turnover. And just like that, only a minute and 16 seconds after the Tar Heels made it a 2-goal lead. It's Wilmington striking back. Zach Schrock makes it 3-2. is a decent contingency of Wilmington fans here. Getting a little bit more energy now. This has been an excellent game so far, and it's certainly looking like it's going to come down to the wires. A loose puck slips out in front, but we've got an arm up, and it looks like Wilmington going to take a penalty 13 seconds after they tied this, or cut the lead back to 1. And it's actually, as a matter of fact, it's the goal scorer, Schrock, who takes the penalty. I didn't see the exact signal. It's either a slash or a hooking penalty. Either way, it's a 2-minute power play here for the Tar Heels. They've already got 1 power play goal tonight, 1 for 3 on the game so far. They'll control off the draw. Mahan out in front, and it's deflected behind Friedman, who couldn't grab it with his stick, or his skate, I should say, and it'll be cleared all the way down to Douthit. He's under some pressure behind his own net, just about lost it to the forechecker Colbreth, but Tar Heels able to get it out. Slapped right back in. Colbreth directs it into the Tar Heel end, and UNC's power play will reset. 30 seconds gone on the 2-minute man advantage. Foster off the skate of Friedman and right down to Stewart, who will clear it out for Wilmington. He's got a man making a break down there too. Douthit going to come out to play it. Directs it up that far wall. Foster deflects it to Walsh. He'll carry it in. Left for Mahan, fakes the slap shot, carries it into the slot. Loose puck low in the slot area, and the Tar Heels unable to get a shot on Rosen, and Wilmington clears it out to the red line. Tar Heels reset. Misha Saboden up for Walsh. Moved along for Foster, sidesteps a hit, and loses the puck. Tar Heels were onside, so they'll get in on the forecheck. Friedman along the near wall, has it poked away. Nice hold there by Saboden on the blue line. Down low for Beeson, looking to the middle. That pass denied, and it'll deflect all the way out of the zone with 35 seconds to go on the power play. Just under 14 minutes to go in the period, and looks like Beeson came in just before the puck. And so the Tar Heels are offside, and where the pass came from will dictate that the faceoff actually comes out to center ice. 33 seconds left on the power play now, 13:41 to go in the game. It has been a great hockey game so far. Really, can only go up from here. It's going to be a tight one to the finish. Tar Heels moving in, big hit at the blue line. Knocks the puck off the stick of Jack Gleason, and Wilmington clears it out. Maybe time for one more rush on this power play for the Tar Heels. 15 seconds to go before Schrock comes out of the penalty box. And the Tar Heels stuck behind their own net right now. Daniel Jones sweeps it around the near corner. He has Gleason. Breakout pass. Finds Carlson. He'll bring it in with speed. Wrist shot. Steered away by the stick of Rosen. Kept in by Sam Ives. Beeson bodied up in the near corner by Tyler Dunphy. They'll go at it one-on-one. A couple of white jerseys in to help now. Power play has come to an end. We're playing 5-on-5 hockey. Dunphy and Beeson still going at it here in the near corner. See some 4-on-4 hockey here. A little bit extra space on the ice. That looks like what it'll be too. So Dunphy and Beeson with matching minors will play 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. Tar Heels win the offensive zone draw. Foster in the near corner. Looking to the middle. Well defended by Wilmington. They'll clear it up the wall, and it'll be brought out by Zach Schrock, who's pretty fresh out of the penalty box. He'll step past the defender into the zone, centers it, and they score! What a finish by Zach Schrock. He knocks it off of Douthit on a bad angle. The UNC goaltender didn't have the post covered, and it's a 3-3 hockey game with 12:31 to go. So a little bit of a mistake there from the Tar Heel netminder. And we're tied up at 3. Leighton Walsh will carry it in for UNC. He'll be dragged down as he brings it down the left wing, and an easy call for the officials And we're going to play 4-on-3 hockey here for 1 minute and 35 seconds. And wow, they're going to take Walsh as well. I'm not sure how they work that one out necessarily. Walsh in possession of the puck. You could say he hooked the body a bit, but we're going to get 2 more matching minors. And this is going to get really interesting. Well, just to put it in perspective how eventful this last minute has been, with 12:48 to go in the period is when we got those matching penalties to Beeson and Dumphy. 17 seconds later with 12:31 to go, it was the goal by Schrock in 4-on-4 hockey. Now, 2 more matching penalties. It will stay 4-on-4, it looks like. But we have 2 more, so 4 penalties and a goal in a span of 26 seconds. It'll be Walsh to the box for the Tar Heels, and it looks like Cam Trainer going off for Wilmington. Now, as they work it out here, looks like they'll stay 4-on-4. And so Walsh and Trainer won't come out until the next whistle after the 2 minutes expire from their penalty. Again, they went in at 12:22. We had a puck out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Wilmington end. So the whistle after the 10:22 mark is when we'll see Walsh and Trainer come out. But still 1.5 minutes left on 4-on-4 hockey. Gleason, one-timer off the draw. Floating shot gloved and held by Rosen. And we'll do it all over right here in the near corner. All the momentum got to be with Wilmington right now. 2 goals over the last 5 minutes and change of play to go from down 3-1 to tied at 3. Levy, rink wide, be brought down the near right wing by Unsheet. He'll throw one on goal. Convincing pad save made by Douthit. And the Tar Heels able to steer it out. Unsheet banked off the near wall. And Benevento will clear it out. Has some space to the far side. He'll be chased down by Gleason. Chipped in. Gleason swats it around. And back behind the Tar Heel net. UNC gonna wait for some space and they'll move it up the near wall. Cutting in with it, Saboden. Has it poked off his stick by Stewart. Saboden working on Levy. Sent to the middle. Friedman can't handle the bouncing puck. Swatted down by Jones. Now Friedman out in front. Loose puck in the slot. And it's taken away by Wilmington. Skating it out with speed now is Chips. He'll cut through a couple of defensemen. Can't get past Reeves, though, who dispossesses the Seahawk forward. And now UNC can move it ahead. Saboden zips a low wrister wide of the net. It'll work its way up the near wall and out in the neutral ice. Wilmington going to force the Tar Heels to retreat. Jones all the way across for Foster. He's behind the defense, deflects it deep, goes after it. His centering pass deflected back to that far corner. Foster again up top. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as a wrist shot from the high slot. Gloved and held onto by Rosen. Reeves with the shot there for the Tar Heels. If you're Coach Volkman, you gotta like the way your team has responded to giving up those 2 quick goals. They're not sitting back on their heels and panicking. They're continuing to do what they do well. And continuing to put pressure on. They'll hold the zone again. Jones. Schrock, who scored the 2 goals this period to tie it up. Looking to the near side boards, can't connect with a teammate. Jones picks up the loose puck and the Tar Heels move it forward, but it's tipped up and into the Wilmington bench with 10:17 to go. So now Walsh and Trainer are back. And the 2 penalty boxes are once again empty. 10:17 to go. We're tied at 3. Wilmington And UNC in a tight battle. It's been close the whole way. Wilmington gonna break it out. Move forward, shot centered in front, and I don't know if Douthty got a piece of it or it's deflected wide, but it doesn't end up in the back of the net. Good chance there for the Seahawks to take their first lead of the game, but they can't. Tar Heels move back forward. Steered along for Friedman. He'll tee one up. Hits Levy with the shot. Gets it back in the near corner. Back to the point. Poked along for Friedman again. Sauces a pass to the middle. Looking for Mangle. It's over his stick. Beeson chases it down in that far corner. Spins a shot just wide of the goal. And pinching in, Milgris keeps it deep for the Tar Heels. Dunphy first to it for Wilmington. Up for Schrock, who takes a big hit trying to clear the zone. And he does it unsuccessfully. Chance for the Tar Heels, high slot. And a nice save made by Rose. So the Tar Heels turning up the pressure a little bit here. This is what UNC looks like when they're able to do what they like to do. Good forecheck. A lot of offensive zone time. They wear out their opponents. Tied up on the face-off here in the near dot. Eventually squirts loose. Wilmington will control it. Stewart, fans on the clearance. Net. Still has Stewart on him. Tripped up. Play continues. No hand up, so no penalty. Stewart looking to clear it out for Umsheed, and he's knocked off the puck. It'll skitter all the way down into Tar Heel ice. Gleason retreating into the corner with it. Goes rink wide looking for Walsh. It bounces over his stick. And a loose puck around the Wilmington blue line. Seahawks collect. It's Cam Trainer. Lifts a pass along for Stewart. A little bit long for him. And UNC will take it back. Good pressure here from Wilmington. Siggins gets to it, sends it to the middle. Sent right back out by the Tar Heel defense. Benedetti behind the net. Backhands it up to the point. Trainer at the blue line. Sweeps it deep for Benedetti. It's over his stick and into the near corner. Siggins first to it for UNC-W. He's got Gleason on him. Benedetti in to help out. And another Tar Heel in there. You get a nice up-close look at Leighton Walsh as the Tar Heels win that board battle, and Saboden up the far right wing. Looking to drag around Trainer, who knocks the puck loose. It'll be sent deep by Carlson. Tar Heels need a change, so some space here to break out for Stewart and the Seahawks. He lifts it over top of a defenseman's stick. Looks like icing will be waved off as the Tar Heels tried to play it. Wilmington first to it, though. Pinned behind the net. Squirts loose for Mahan. He'll bring it up with speed down this near left wing. Tried to chip it in, but that pass denied. Tar Heels have to regroup at the red line. Daniel Jones carries it in. Looking to the middle. Centering pass. Shut down. Deflects behind the net. It'll be collected by Wilmington. And they'll bring it up and out. Tyler Feast sends it deep. It'll roll back behind the Tar Heel net. Reeves the first to it for UNC. He'll send it around behind his cage, having trouble handling it with eyes on the far side. Pass to the high slot. Nobody gets a shot away for Wilmington, but they've still got some pressure in the offensive zone. Tar Heels able to take it away. Foster fakes the slap shot as he breaks in, but loses the handle on the puck, and here comes Wilmington. Sent to the middle. Unable to connect was Logan Colbreth, and now the Tar Heels clear it out. They need another change. 6:40 to go in this game. Kai Levy moves it forward for Zach Schrock. He's the third period hero, looking for his third goal of the period. And as he tried to walk into the slot, he's knocked off the puck. It'll slide into that far corner, and a board battle ensues. To a side over there in that far corner. Pops loose behind the Tar Heel net. It'll be backhanded around the board. Zach Mangle trying to take it away from Joey Alexander, but can't. Wilmington gets it back behind the UNC net once again. In the near corner, Alexander fighting along the wall with Beeson. It'll be Wilmington coming away with it. Colbreth back to the point. Shot from the point. Stewart couldn't get it through traffic. Nice block by Mangle. Loose puck along the far side wall. Kept deep by Wilmington. Centering pass into the slot. Nobody there. Good thought from Colbreth, but he didn't have a teammate to connect with. Here comes Beeson with speed. Wrist shot. A little bit of a tough rebound there for Rosen. He is able to get back on top of it and cover up, though, and it'll stay 3-3 with 5:46 to go. You look there at the Tar Heel bench and head coach Jeff Volkman. They seem to be in control, scored the first goal of the period to take a 3-1 lead, but Wilmington amping up the pressure after that. A couple of quick goals from Zach Schrock, and we're tied at 3. Tar Heels going to work. Walsh takes a spill, or Saboden, takes a spill behind the net. Tar Heels maintain the zone. Big hit from Siggins trying to clear it out, get some help from Benevento, and they get it to neutral ice. Tar Heels at their own blue line will regroup again. Chipped in, and they'll go Afterson. Carlson sends it in. Saboden on the chase. It'll be wrapped around the wall. Walsh loses the battle to Siggins, and Wilmington clears it out again. Kendrick Holmes sends it deep for the Tar Heels. Wilmington back in possession. Stewart behind his own net. Up for Benedetti on that far left wing. Poked off his stick by Mahan. Tar Heels right back in. Mahan knocked off the puck, and Wilmington clears. Benevento moves forward down the right wing. He's going to carry it in. Down to the corner. Closed off by Gleason nicely. Miscommunication with Wills Kendrick Holmes, though, and they turn it back over. Benedetti forcing his way out in front, and they couldn't get the shot to go. Another slapper from the far side. Whistles wide off the stick of Cameron Fant. Tar Heels under some pressure right now as they fight for it along the near wall. You got to look up close as Gleason sends it behind his own net. Wills Kendrick Holmes sends it off the glass and out. Here come the Tar Heels. Abbreviated 2-on-1 if they move quickly to the middle. Chance for Mahan. He scores. 4:20 to go, and the Tar Heels, after giving up the last two, answer back, and they take the 4-3 lead. Oh, you got to give some credit. That's the second time this game. The last time was in the first period. Wills Kendrick Holmes throwing it off the glass and out, and throwing it out with a purpose as well. He's able to find teammates with it. It was Noah Friedman who tracked it down the last time and scored in the first period. That time the Tar Heels get the quick 2-on-1. Mahan wide open in front, able to finish it. And now the Tar Heels a little over 4 minutes away from picking up another victory here against UNC Wilmington, or Dub Hockey as they like to call themselves. 4:04 to go. Tar Heels ice the puck, so an offensive zone faceoff coming up here for Wilmington. Just over 4 minutes to go. Quick shot off the draw. Whistles wide of the net, but Levy holds the zone at the far point. His shot deflected to the near wall. Dunphy gets to it first for Wilmington. Deflected around behind the net. Levy pinches in and holds the zone once more. Now the Tar Heels in control. Reeves spins it around the boards, but again not out. Big hit along that near wall as Wilmington trying to put some pressure on. Tar Heels able to break out here. Some speed for Mangle. Cutting to the middle. Too many Seahawks in the way, though. Kai Levy will clear it up and out. And now Schrock, Zach Schrock. And a sea of white jerseys knocked off the puck. Saboden comes away with it, but it's his clearance stolen away by Joey Alexander. To the middle for Schrock, and he's decked in the slot. But it looks like he's going to draw a penalty. And so with 3:19 to go, it's going to be an interference penalty on the Tar Heels. And a huge power play coming up for the Seahawks, who are 0 for 4 tonight. And we're going to get a timeout here from the Wilmington bench. 3:19 to go. Not really a surprise here that we'll get a timeout, as the Seahawks and their head coach, Coach Brower, are going to want to talk things over here. They have not, as I mentioned, been able to score. They've had 4 power play chances. This will be their 5th and their 2nd of the period. But a very important one with just over 3 minutes to go. And they're going to have to set up. The last time they had a power play, they really struggled just to get set up in the offensive end. As the Tar Heels really did a nice job of putting pressure on and really kind of forechecking shorthanded. They pinned Wilmington deep, and that's certainly what the Seahawks want to avoid. The other thing they're probably talking about is when Joey Rosen goes to the bench, because now you're looking at if the power play runs out in its fullest 2 minutes. You have 1:19 left in the game, still a 1-goal lead for the Tar Heels, if that happens. And I would imagine before that point, to create a 2-man advantage, Coach Brower going to pull his goaltender. And it could come as soon as, the next 15 to 20 seconds if they're able to get set up. They will get set up. Along the near wall, Dunphy steers it along for Schrock. Back to the middle, one-timer, hit a body in front. Tar Heels are going to be able to clear. Actually, they'll hold on to it. Smart play by Beeson, and he'll hit Leighton Walsh, who chases it down in the near corner in the Wilmington end. Skates it behind the net. He's going to be knocked down as the puck skitters away. Tar Heels want a penalty, not going to get it. Wilmington moves back forward. Carried in by Alexander down that right wing. Into the corner. Tar Heel penalty kill will watch him behind the net. He'll glide it back out to the blue line. Down to 2.5 to go. Rosen still in the net here. Zach Schrock again circling at the blue line. Down low. Stewart back up top. Dunphy's shot hit a sprawling Walsh, who blocks it and clears it away. Halfway through the power play now for the Seahawks. Just over 2 minutes to go in this hockey game. And keep an eye on Rosen. I gotta think he's gonna go to the bench before the power play ends. But of course, his team's got to get down in the offensive end and hold possession. They ice the puck here, and the Tar Heels will get an offensive zone face-off. And this is a big chance for UNC if they can win the draw, either to back it out and run some time before they clear it back in, or if they can pin it back behind the Wilmington net and kind of forecheck the way they did earlier this period to really waste some clock. Wilmington will win the draw, though, and they'll get a chance to break it out. 45 left on the man advantage. 2 minutes left in the hockey game. It's a 1-goal lead for the Tar Heels as Dunphy gains the red line and sends it deep. He takes a big hit as he does so. Douthit glove down the dump in. Leaves it for a defenseman to clear all the way out. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. As you can see there, Rosen still in the Wilmington net. Kai Levy breaking it out for the Seahawks. Sends it all the way down. Icing will be waved off, so play continues. Rosen wanting to come out, not going to be able to, as the Tar Heels clear once again. 10 seconds left on the Tar Heel penalty. Moving forward now, Cam Traynor goes across the ice for Siggins. Pat Siggins bodied up, holds on to control of the puck, though. His errant pass almost cleared out by the Tar Heels. A diving Levy holds it for the moment. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Tar Heels kill off the penalty. Rosen never able to get out of the net. Here comes Mahan looking for some insurance. Rebound left in front, and Rosen will come away with it. Some extra curriculars after the play. As a Tar Heel player, looks like it was Michael Vaglia, came in a little bit out of control, and he might have given Wilmington a gift here. We'll wait and see. But these two teams have been going at it a little bit as this game has worn on. The officials are going to keep it under control. I don't think they're going to call one here, and that's not a bad decision. I think that's the right call, but there was the possibility. 1:03 to go. Offensive zone faceoff for the Tar Heels. Won by Walsh, who tried to spin it on goal but couldn't. And Wilmington clears it out. Benevento knocked off the puck in the neutral zone. Wills Kendrick Holmes in control for the Tar Heels. He'll go D to D and get it back from his partner. Space for Kendrick Holmes to move forward. Across the red line, he'll send it in with 45 seconds to go in the game. Last gasp here for the Wilmington Seahawks. Turned over behind the net. Walsh trying to stuff it on the far post, and it's shut down by Rosen. And now the Seahawks move forward. Rosen's going to head off for the extra man. Carried in by Traynor. He'll be knocked off the puck, and the Tar Heels clear it out. A chance at an empty net, and a shot from Mahan ends up wide. Another chance on a bouncing puck for Walsh, doesn't get to the net. And here comes Traynor again, down to 13 seconds to go. Trainor's shot, he scores! It slipped underneath of Douthit, and with 11 seconds to go in the game, we're tied up at 4. just when you thought the Tar Heels were going to escape with the win. That's why you put everything on net. So we're tied up at 4 with 11 seconds to go. Wilmington will win the faceoff. Dunphy gets across the red line and sends it deep. Wilmington gets to it first. It's Schrock. Turnaround shot. He scores with 1.6 to go. The hat trick for Zach Schrock. And that's going to be the game winner. 2 goals in 10 seconds. As you can see there, exactly 1.6 seconds to go. Schrock with 3 goals this period. And the faceoff goes, the horn sounds, and Wilmington goes from down 4-3 to up 5-4 in the last 11 seconds of the game. And they stun the Tar Heels with a 5-4 decision. It was a heck of a hockey game and quite an exciting finish, but unfortunately for the Tar Heels, they're going to come up on the wrong end of this one. 5-4 final. You get a look at the teams shaking hands. We're going to take a quick break here on the Orange County Sportsplex. We'll be back with a couple of post-game interviews as we wrap things up here in Hillsborough. But a crazy finish. The Wilmington Seahawks with 2 goals in the last 11 seconds of the game will take a 5-4 decision over the Tar Heels.
Advice for future agents. Oh, hold on to your seat, guys. It's gonna be an amazing ride. It's tough at first. That first year is always tough, but you work hard and you can play hard. So if you can just stick with it, especially through that first year, every year after will be very abundant. So don't give up. This is a long ride, not a little short one.
You come to us with a license, a phone, a car, a laptop, work ethic and personality, and your businesses can grow from there.
The foundation, the leads, the leadership. I feel like the leadership here is great at Health Markets, and I'm very happy to be here. It's a great opportunity for any individual that would like to be in sales.
Do not minimize the power of the collective. When one has an issue, we all work on it and we figure it out. And that was something that was unique to me, to be in a room where everybody's competitive, but yet Health Market's structure is such that you encourage and help each other. Through the league system they have, there's no competition. As a matter of fact, probably double agents and still not satisfy the need that today's consumer has for accurate health insurance information. There's no concern on any of our part. As a matter of fact, we just can't get to all the clients. So come on in, the water's fine.
It's your choice how you want to take your business, where you want to do it, how you want to grow it. It's your baby. Health Markets has unlimited resources. I worked at many jobs before where they didn't have the resources that I needed to be as successful as I would like to be. At Health Markets, I call it a mini franchise. All you have to do is plug and play. It's all there for you, from leads to websites to Facebook to training. You can do your whole career and learn everything you ever needed to learn right there from our resource center.
I find a lot of gratitude in this job because I'm able to, on a daily basis, help individuals. The money that I'm able to save their families and the protection that I'm able to give them has been very rewarding for me personally, because I have a huge heart towards helping and serving others, and this job definitely has given me the opportunity to meet that need for myself in serving them and taking care of their families.
I like to say that we cover you from head to toe, including your eyes and teeth, without costing you an arm and a leg. That's the Health Markets difference.
Welcome back to the Orange County Sportsplex. Chris Lehman now alongside head coach Jeff Volkman of the Tar Heels. Bit of a heartbreaker for UNC. Had a 4-3 lead in the final minute and 2 goals in the last 11 seconds. Turned the tides, and the Seahawks come away with a 5-4 win. Coach, start out just by looking at the game overall. First of all, I think it was a pretty solid first period, even though you don't get a lot of offensive zone time. What did you think about how opportunistic in that first period your offense was?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we kind of played flat all game. Honestly, it was tough for our team to get in second gear, and that was kind of the tempo of our game. And and obviously the end there, that was heartbreaking. But late penalty in the game, kind of changed the momentum for those guys. And that number 9 out there for Wilmington, he was scoring on every opportunity he had, and he's a hell of a player, and he buried the puck. So.
Yeah, and you and I talked a little bit pregame about this team has some depth. Both you and the Seahawks have a little bit of depth, but you talked about it being an evenly contested game down in Wilmington, and the score didn't necessarily show that, and it certainly seemed that way for the most part in this one. What was it about Wilmington that kind of got you guys off your game here in this one tonight?
I think they just wanted it more, to be perfectly honest with you. And that's a message I'm going to give to my team, and we got to win the 50-50 puck battles. We're a team that we're all about puck pressure, with the puck, away from the puck, and we didn't really play that game tonight. We were flat. We turned it on here and there, but there wasn't any consistency. And at the end of the game, just call it unlucky, call it what you want, but. They kept grinding out Wilmington. I got to tip my hat to them, and they scored when it mattered.
This can be a tough one to swallow for any team. Everyone's handled that kind of last-second loss. What do you do to bounce back? How do you kind of put this game behind you and move on?
Oh, we're fine. I mean, not to take anything away from Wilmington's win, but we were losing some guys tonight. We had 9 scratches, and that had a little bit to do with our chemistry, but. I think we're fine as a team. Just the October Wolves, we're a little beat up. We had some academic stuff where some players were away, but we're going to get back to work on Monday. I'm very happy with the team that the way the team's playing this year, and maybe we'll get a chance to face these guys in the playoffs, and I'm pretty confident we can win.
All right, Coach. Thanks for taking some time to come talk after the game, and good luck moving forward.
All right, thank you.
That's head coach Jeff Volkman of the UNC Tar Heels, and that will do it for us here at the Orange County Sportsplex. Crazy finish, a heartbreaker for the Tar Heels. Final count, UNC-W 5, North Carolina 4.